Animal Kingdom Safari, you've got the ramp. And the ramp up in. And then she's all in. You're all in, aren't you? We're going to see some animals, Isla. What about a lion? Do you think you'll see a lion? Do you think you'll see a lion? What do they do? What do lions do? Do they roar? Yay, they roar. Good girl.
Right, this one's a little tricky. Way up on top of this hill next to us, laying down, you'll see some bongos. Kind of this rusty colored antelope up here. Both males and females for those beautiful horns. Bongos are pretty rare to see in the wild, and over the years have actually gotten the nickname the ghost of the forest because they blended so well with their surroundings. Those horns curl back, that helps them move through the branches and the trees without getting tangled on anything, so they can be pretty quiet. And then to your left, this one's pretty hard to see, so I do apologize, but there's a black and white bird sitting right behind that bush in the middle underneath those trees. You might just see the feathers. That is a saddle-billed stork, kind of facing the other way. A saddle-billed stork can get to 5 feet tall. They also can have up to a 9-foot wingspan. That's about the same width as the canopy above our heads. They'll communicate by rattling their bills together, and they do mate for life, so usually we'll find them in pairs. Alright, now we are heading down now into the Safi River though. Just keep your eyes on the surface of the water. Animals here like to hide below the surface. I usually look for a set of eyes or nostrils, maybe even a back above the water. Ooh, and it looks like there's a hippo coming up here on our left-hand side, the Nile hippopotamus right behind that island there, sleeping. They used to be pretty big, by the way. Nile hippos can weigh over 5,000 pounds. They spend most of their days in the water and keep out of the sun. Now closer to sundown, you'll find them up on the banks looking for food. They eat all kinds of vegetation. And then next to them on that island, those white gray birds, you see those are pink-backed pelicans. They usually get their colors right around mating season, which helps them show off and attract a mate. And they are colonial nesters, so you'll usually find those pelicans in larger groups. Oh, and you know what? I see a couple more hippos down to our left. If you look back by the waterfall, there's a bunch of them down there sleeping. Now, as we cross this bridge, though, we also have some Nile crocodiles coming up here on our left. Wow. Crocodiles average 16 feet to 500 pounds. They do have very powerful jaws. They can be incredibly territorial. But that being said, they can also be really good parents to help their little ones hatch. The adult crocodiles will help roll the eggs around inside of their mouths to break up the shells and help the little ones out. And then if they ever need extra protection after that, they can always hop back in between, get carried around like that. No one's gonna mess with mama crocodile. Keep those little ones safe. Now as we come around here up on our right hand side, we're going to be passing by this kind of weird looking tree. This is called a Baobab Tree. The Baobab trees go without leaves 9 months out of the year. That helps them conserve water inside their trunks. So if you're an animal, you need water, you can always use your tusks or your horns to poke a hole in that tree and drink the water from inside. It's kind of like a giant juice box. That's how over the years that tree has gotten the nickname the Tree of Life. Alright, but welcome to the savannah, my friends. It's actually one of my favorite views of the reserve, and it looks like I see some zebras out there, as well as some giraffes. There are 3 different kinds of zebra in the world. The ones that live here on the reserve are the Hartman's Mountain zebra. They have some special foods to help them climb up the side of mountains. There's one right here to our right, by the way, just at the very bottom of this hill over here. Oh, their stripe patterns are all unique, just like us and our fingerprints. That's the easiest way you can tell them apart from one another. This particular kind of zebra also has a little extra fold of skin under its neck called a dewlap that can help regulate its body temperature. Yeah, you'll see a lot of giraffes over there too. We'll be getting closer to those here in a few moments, but it looks like we are just slowing down a little bit. And to your right, that little tiny tan-colored antelope underneath those trees in the middle though is called a springbok, which literally means springing buck. They're really good jumpers. These little guys have the ability to leap 6 feet in the air from a standing position. At the same time, they can go 10 to 13 feet forward. They'll basically just arch their back like a Halloween cat, make a lot of those really big jumps very quickly. They can reach a top speed of about 55 miles an hour when they run. But to our left though, we're coming up on a predator, a pack of African painted dogs. Now these guys are an offshoot of the canid family. A little different than the dogs you know and love. They only have 4 toes. And they don't really bark the same way. These guys make kind of a squeaky toy noise. They're really successful predators though. For every 10 hunts, 9 of those are going to work out in their favor. The reason why is they have really good endurance. They'll basically run their prey down to exhaustion. Now to our left, we have some sable antelope. That's those dark brown ones you see with the curved horns. They tend to be a little more territorial. They actually will hold their ground against predators out here. And then on both sides of the truck, we're also coming up on a herd of wildebeest. That's these shaggy gray animals here. These guys are really famous. Every year, over 1.5 million wildebeest cross Africa. What they're doing is just following the reins. It's really important they stay together. That's safety. Better chance they'll see predators coming and they can warn each other. And wildebeest in particular, at night you'll see them sit in these circles or rows facing in different directions, so that way they can get up and start running without running into each other. Their name directly translates to wild beast. Alright, let's go up here though. We got some giraffes coming up finally. One on the right's pretty close. A lot of them coming up on our left too though. This is the tallest land animal. Giraffes can stand up to 20 feet. They spend pretty much their entire day eating or looking for food. They don't really sleep all that much, to be honest. Giraffes only get about 30 minutes of sleep in a day.
30 minutes?
Yeah, not even all at once either. These guys are really good at power napping, so they'll take a few minutes here and there throughout the day. And the little one you see there, kind of hard to tell how old it is based off of its height. Baby giraffe, when they're first born, are usually already 6 feet at birth. And I always feel bad for them too, because mom gives birth standing up, so the first thing that little one experiences in life is actually gravity. They have about a 5 to 6 foot drop to the ground. Well, it gets them moving, gets their heart going. They can be up and walking pretty quick. They can keep up with everybody else. Kind of like with the zebra though, there are many different kinds of giraffe in the world. The ones out here are called Maasai giraffe. They have kind of those jagged spots you'll see with the sharp edges. If you guys do ever make it out to Animal Kingdom Lodge, they have a couple savannas up there. They actually have the reticulated giraffe, and their spots are a little more circular. You can see some of the similarities and differences between them. The giraffe species as a whole though are really struggling in the wild, guys. A lot of them are being poached and losing their homes. Really important we get involved in conservation to protect them. I'll see a couple more to your right. Also to your right, in those palm trees near that giraffe, you might see the horns sticking out up above the bushes. Those are Ankole cattle. Just see the top of those horns. Those are about 4 feet long though. They're not very heavy, by the way. They're massive, but they have a honeycomb structure inside. They're not completely solid. That means the cattle can pump blood through those horns, and that can help lower their body temperature and cool them off, which is kind of nice. They're worth a lot of money in Africa. They're actually a status symbol or a sign of wealth. A lot of farmers will breed those cows, and the more they have, the wealthier they're considered to be. Guys, see those horns poking up
Mira
again?
qué pedazo de terreno tienen para tener tanto animal.
Alright, we're going to start heading back this way though. Now we're heading into elephant country next. So, fingers crossed, my friends. Hopefully we will see some elephants out here if we're lucky.
Elefante. Pero tenemos suerte, veremos.
Let's see. Head around this watering hole. Ooh, on our left, I actually see a monkey up here. That's a mandrill.
Mira el mono.
Mandrills can get up to 100 pounds for the males. That's a big guy up there. Got those bright colors. They're really funny though. They have these little pouches in their cheeks they can store food in, so they'll keep there as a snack for later. It's like having guests in Tupperware. Now to your right, I do see that elephant though, way up on the hill next to us. That is the largest land animal in the world. It can weigh 13,000 pounds for those male elephants. Male elephants do tend to be a little more solitary than females, and they'll actually go off on their own once they reach adulthood, leave the herd and join up with other males or stay by themselves. Females will usually stay together their entire lives with the young. If you want a picture of an elephant butt, there you go. Yeah, sorry, not his best side. Really good view of those ears though, so you see how he's kind of flapping them a little bit. That's to cool off. The blood vessels that run up the back of them, if that cold air hits those blood vessels, it can lower their body temperature by as much as 15 degrees, which is pretty nice. Also powerful trunks. An elephant's trunk, there actually are more muscles than we have in our entire bodies. They have over 40,000 muscles in that trunk alone. Alright, let's head around the corner there now. As you look around, we're going to be coming up on some red clay here in just a moment. And the way you want to think about red clay is it's kind of like a multivitamin. There's a lot of minerals and nutrients in the clay elephants can't find in other parts of their diet, so they actually will come over here and eat this stuff. In fact, if you look here on the right, coming up here in the clay, you'll see some tusk marks from where they've dug it out in the past. See, that herd's got to be up here somewhere. I think I see him out there on the left, way up in the distance. We're really struggling though, friends. Elephants are facing poaching and habitat loss too. Big reason they're losing their homes is mining for something called coltan, which is found in our electronics. The nice thing is though, coltan can be recycled, so if you're going to upgrade soon, maybe looking at a new cell phone, or a new camera, tablet. If you don't have any use for that older device, you can always take it with you. A lot of electronic stores do have recycling programs so they can reuse that coltan, which cuts back on a lot of mining in Africa, and that can help save the homes of these elephants coming up here on our left side. You can also donate to various programs and raise awareness. If you want to get back to the Disney Conservation Fund while you're here, it's a really good one. Disney actually matches every donation they receive, dollar for dollar. Now, there is an elephant down here though. I think we might try to stop for this one, down by the watering hole. It's trying to get a snack off the trees up above. You can see it reaching that long trunk up to grab onto it. They're beautiful though. Very cool animals. Very social. Very intelligent. Now coming up here on our left, we also have the greater flamingo. Now this one is actually the largest of the flamingo species, and they are the lightest shade of pink. Their color actually comes from their diet, so if you look closely, you'll notice there's a couple gray ones mixed in. Those are the younger flamingos. They haven't quite turned pink just yet. In order to get that color, they have to eat a lot of shrimp, which is full of a nutrient called beta-carotene. The more beta-carotene they eat, the more pink they turn. They have another year or two, or they're going to be pink like the adults. I personally really love flamingos, though. I think they're kind of fun. They have my favorite grouping name of any animal out here. When they're together, they're called a flamboyant. Oh, flamingos. Pretty fitting if you ask me. Alright, we're going to hang out here for just a second. Now, the reason we've been going so slow for some time now, my friends, is because way up ahead of us, it sounds like there's an animal that keeps getting in the road. So we'll see once we get up there. Hopefully we'll get a nice view of it, but it looks like we're going to be stopped here for just a moment or two. Again, this is the animal's house. They go wherever they want, and sometimes that can mean that we have to wait for them because they're finished crossing the road. Now we have made our way over to the eastern side of the reserve, though. This is a really good spot usually to hide. And if you look to your left, it's sitting right in the middle of the hill over here in the center, underneath those trees. We'll be getting a view of it in a second. We're just kind of creeping forward. There it is. Fastest land mammal in the world, though. Cheetahs can run 60 miles an hour. They can reach that speed in less than 3 seconds. That's pretty impressive. My truck here only goes 8 miles an hour, so keep going for now. Now they are really well built for speed, though. Cheetahs have non-retractable claws that work kind of like cleats. Allows them to dig into the ground to get traction as they run. Their powerful tails, those are kind of used like a boat's rudder. It's going to help them change direction at those top speeds. If you ever get the chance to look closely at their faces, they have black teardrops that go down from their eyes to their chin that helps them reflect their sun away. They're daytime hunters. And you can see 2 more of them out to our left in this front upper corner of the clearing. So kind of over these bushes that are next to us and just up by that fence line, there's 2 cheetahs laying on the ground up there. Really cool animals, though. Now somewhere around here is where those rhinos are at, so probably going to be slowing down a little again. Oh, sounds like we're holding again for that white rhino, so we'll just hang out here for a second. Sorry about that, guys. Now, hopefully we'll get a good view of it once we get around this last final corner here, though. Now, around the corner, we're also going up towards the Kopi Rocks, which are these really, really big formations.
Yeah,
if you've ever seen The Lion King, you can think kind of like Pride Rock. That's usually where a lot of predators will hang out, so they can look out across the savannah and see who's hiding out.
Do you like staying in your chair? Yeah.
So who knows, maybe we'll see some predators up here. Keep our fingers crossed. Now most predators, unlike the cheetah, do hunt at night. They'll kind of use that cover of darkness as well to sneak up on their prey. The only reason the cheetahs hunt during the daytime is because there's a lot less competition that way, and their eyesight's a lot better during the daytime.
You happy? Good boy. I think that was his first yes nod, wasn't it? Yes.
Yeah, we're still waiting. Sorry about that. But it sounds like this rhino does not want to move, so might just be a minute or two.
Yes. No, okay, back to no nodding. Back to no.
Yeah, it's been a pretty busy, like, year and a half-ish, guys, because we've actually had a couple baby white rhinos born out here. One of them just turned a year old a couple days ago, or a day ago, or something like that. Our oldest is it's like a year and a half, 2 years now, almost. Alright, looks like they're scooching up just a little bit, so we're going to get around the corner up ahead of us here. Maybe. Alright, right here is good. Sorry about this, guys. What can you do, though? This is their home. They do what they want.
just waiting, darling. We're just waiting for the buffalo, I think. Was it the buffalo? Rhino. White rhino is in the way. Is that silly?
He's crossing the road slowly.
Put his bottom in the way of the vehicle.
My friends, I know you're on a safari right now, but I cannot highly recommend enough that you come back a little later in the day. You join us for another safari closer to sundown. That's a good time because there's a lot of animals that are a lot more active around that time of day. So it's completely different out here, completely different experience. A lot of those predators are super active around that time. Last safari this evening will leave at 6:45, so make sure that you're in line before then if you want to come join us again.
Very good. Stop.
A lot of other stuff in the park too, though. If you are interested, I would definitely recommend checking out some of the walking trails. See different animals out there.
Oh. Do you need some drink?
The trail kind of closest to the safari ride is going to be the Gorilla Falls Trail. If you haven't gone down there, there's gorillas, there's naked mole rats and meerkats, even an underwater viewing area for some hippos.
Stop there.
The Protect the Pride initiative to help lions out. Because he's hoping to double those populations. Alright, now the lion fell asleep, or laid back down I should say, on the other side of the rocks, kind of in the middle here. So we're going to go around and get another view of him hopefully. He has a really big mane that helps protect his neck in case he gets into fights with other male lions. A lion has a really bad eyesight. They do have excellent hearing though. Really good sense of smell. Their ears can actually move independently of each other, so you'll see them twisting and turning in different directions as they're listening. You can see some female lions to your left as well. There's one sticking her back paw up in the air up there. So it's comfy. There's that male lion again. Also to your left, we do have the Baobab. That's this little brown animal next to us here. This is a relative of the wildebeest. At one time, these guys were actually considered extinct in the wild. The numbers had dwindled pretty low. There was a farmer in Africa, though, that was really passionate about them, so he decided to help them out. He took 17 individuals on his farm. He built a pen so they couldn't escape, and over the years, they started having babies. So he actually saved the species. He didn't even know it at the time, but his work was really important and still the reason that we can see them today. So this goes to show one person can make a big difference. Now to your left, up on the hill next to us, you'll see some warthogs walking around up by that tree over there. That's Pumbaa. Yeah. Warthogs are burrowers, so you'll see their holes down here. They've created those with their tusks. We'll dig them out and then hide in those. Couple more rhinos to our right over here.
Yeah, there they are. They're big.
And then down to our right as well, we also have some ostrich eggs. Yeah, 3 pounds each. One of those is about the equivalent of 2 dozen chicken eggs. Now, ostriches cannot fly, however they can run pretty fast. Their top speed is around 40 miles an hour. They're going to use those wings for balance and guidance while they run.
Wow.
Now moving right along though, friends, we're actually finally getting out of the savannah. We're going to start heading into kind of our final stop for today, the Warden's Post. And then we'll be heading back towards the dock to drop you guys off to get you out on your next adventure. The Warden takes care of all the animals though, and that's not always an easy job. You know, especially because we're going to be living closer to wildlife every single year. Right now though, the Warden is taking care of these little guys, the Nigerian dwarf goat. You'll see them on the left-hand side over here underneath the porch. Very cute. There's one in the back of the car back there. The dairy goats, their milk is very sweet and nutritious. A lot of communities in Africa will sell it at local market, so they can stimulate the economy and keep a lot of reliance off of local wildlife. Take care of those goats as much as they can. That being said, guys, we can't all get dairy goat farms. I'm not asking you to do that, but just find a way that helps that you can do in your everyday lives. Again, recycling and donating are great starting points, but you can even just plant some flowers. Help out your local pollinators. Put up a birdhouse or a bat box in your backyard. Get yourself a reusable water bottle or use reusable bags when you do your grocery shopping. A lot of that will keep plastic out of our landfills. So lots of easy steps we can all undertake to make a difference for future generations. We want to make sure they can see these animals too. As Gordon Wilson likes to say, we don't inherit this earth from our parents, we're just borrowing it from our children. So try to leave them a better world if we can.